Fantastic. Okay. Right. I want us to take our bands this morning and pop them onto the mat. So spread them out wide. And then I want you to stand on your band with your feet hip width apart. Right? And then so make sure there's like equal pieces on either side, because we're going to hold on to that in a minute. So kind of make it even. Okay, and then you can just come into standing. And I want you to find a lovely, long, tall spine. So reach the crown of your head 1 centimeter higher towards the ceiling. I want you to drop your shoulders, that you have as long a neck as possible. Hands are just relaxed down next to your side. And we're going to slowly just take some nice deep breaths in and out. As you breathe in, I want you to feel your rib cage getting larger. Okay, the volume of your lungs are increasing. Ribs are expanding out to the side. And then breathe out through your mouth. As you feel the whole rib cage getting smaller again and the abdominals knitting together. Again, nice deep breath in. Feel the rib cage expanding. Maybe it's pushing your arms out to the side. You're breathing so deeply. And then as you breathe out, everything knits together. I want you to relax your belly button as we breathe in. But as we breathe out, can you draw your belly button in towards your spine? As the rib cage gets smaller, it knits together with the abdominals. One more, nice deep breath in. Relax your belly button. And then breathe out. Everything knits together. Let's go for 2 roll downs here. Nice deep breath in. As we breathe out, drop your chin down to your chest and then let your head lead the movement as you slowly tip over forward. I want you to bend your knees. Okay, so we're not stretching the hamstrings, we're just moving the spine. Lightly touch the floor, keep your belly button drawn in. Deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, round the spine, creeping back up, restacking the spine vertebrae for vertebrae until you're standing lovely and tall again. Inhale. And then as you exhale again, dropping the spine forwards. But draw that belly button in all the way down. Keep your knees bent. Right, I want you to stay here for a second. Can you hold on to your band? Either side of your feet. Your spine is still dropping forwards. Maybe you're resting your chest on your thighs this morning. That's fine. Relaxing completely down in that position. So I'm holding on. My belly button is drawn up towards my spine. Take a deep breath in here. And then as you breathe out, round your spine. And as you start lifting, you feel the tension in the band getting more. Stop right there. So I'm still in a rounded C shape with my spine. I'm feeling a stretch between my shoulder blades. And then relax completely again with your chest back down onto your thighs. So we're going to just do that movement a few times. Please keep your belly button engaged. And in your mind, I want you to see how your spine turns into that C shape. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, draw the belly button in a little deeper as you pull on the band. My knees are still bent. Lovely C-shaped spine, lovely stretch between my shoulder blades. And relax completely back down. Inhale. Exhale, draw the belly button in, round the spine a little more. Stretch. And relax down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Round the spine. And relax all the way down. Move your hands if they're near the end of your band. Take a deep breath in and exhale to come all the way back up into standing again. Well done. But I'm holding on to the edges of my band. From here, Can you take a lovely wide stance? Okay, turning my feet out slightly, turning my big toes out slightly, and then move the band towards the inside of your legs. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to hold the band across my hand, that the flappy piece is out by my thumb, between my thumb and my index finger. Okay, so that's how I like to hold on to it. Feels like it gives me better grip like that. So my spine is lovely and tall. My belly button is engaged. And we're going to go for some nice deep squats in this position. Let's do 8 of them. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. And lift your arms as you drop down into that squat. And let's do 4 more. Belly button stays in, protecting your lower back. Good. 2 more. And up. Last one. And up. Good. We're moving now into a bicep curl. So my hands come up towards my shoulders and relax back down as I stand up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bicep curl, pulling on the bands. And up. And good. Feel those quads and hamstrings working as we squat. 4 more. And up. And up. 2 more. And up. Last one. And up. Good. Slowly walk your feet back in again. I'm going to turn to face you. Okay, so my feet are hip width apart. That got our heart rates up a little bit. All right. Working a little bit on our glutes while we're standing this morning. I want you to transfer your weight onto one leg, right? So you can choose if you want to bend your leg slightly, that's fine. Then with your other leg, we're going to balance and we're going to take it out and in. And out and in. So I keep my legs in a line, or my feet are in a line as I'm moving. Out and in. Let's do 4 more on that side. And in. Draw your belly button in. Nice deep breathing. And inhale. 2 more. And inhale. Last one. And let's switch legs. Other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you move. And inhale. Good. Feel those glutes working. Even the leg that you're standing on is working hard. 4 more. And back. You'll probably find you balance better on one side than the other. That's okay. We're working the body symmetrically. Last one. And come back. Anyone else shaking? Woo! All right, good. Good. Please release the band. I want you to hold it between your hands. Now I want you to drop down a piece in between your hands. Okay, so it's not completely tight. You can decide how much of a loop or how much of a drop, because we're going to start opening the arms. So the closer your hands are together, the harder you're going to work. So you get to decide. Okay, so I'm starting with both hands pointing forwards with this band slightly looped. My body is tall, the crown of my head is reaching up to the ceiling. I take my right hand and I slide it on the same horizontal plane until the arm is open and then come all the way back. Right, so horizontal abduction they call it. Keeping my hand on the same plane, I open and then come back again to center. Let's go. And inhale back. The rest of my body is still. And come back. 2 more. And back. Last one. And back. Good. Let's move to the other side. Both hands are pointing forward. Left hand reaches back as far as it can And inhale back. Exhale as we move. And inhale to return. 4 more. And come back. And 3 more. And come back. 2 more. And come back. Last one. And return. Good. Now we're going to deepen that work just slightly. Give yourself a little bit more slack in the band. We're going to take the arm as far back as the arm will go, and then we're going to assist with some trunk rotation as I reach backwards. Okay, my 2 arms facing opposite directions, and then come all the way back. So we're working the oblique muscles here as we do this, right? Inhale to prepare. Both arms are facing forwards. Exhale as I move the arms far back and then start rotating the trunk. And then come all the way back. Try to keep your hips facing forward as you do this. And come back. 4 more. Feel the obliques working as you rotate the shoulders. Hips are facing forwards. And come back. Last one. Should feel your shoulder muscles working quite hard here. Well done. Relax them for a second. And roll it out. Okay, let's go to the other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Reach the arm back and then the trunk follows. And come back. Again. And come back. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale to move. Nice. Keep your hips forward. And come back. Last one. And gently come back. Drop your hands down. Roll the shoulders out. Well done. Please move to a seated position on your mat. Right. We're going to start with our legs straight today. If that is really uncomfortable for you, because maybe your hamstrings are a little tight, please just bend your knees slightly. And then I want you to lift your spine up nice and straight. We're going to take the band and we're going to move it into our lower back area. And then slide it forward, holding onto the band with bent elbows tucked in next to your body. My fingertips are facing forwards. My shoulders are relaxed. And I have a lovely tall spine in this position. Right, so working hard with back extension here. Those long back muscles are kicking in to lift your spine up. Inhale to prepare. Now, as you exhale, can you start pressing your lower back, that you stretch the band away from you, and then reach your arms forward. Again, we're aiming for a C-shaped spine, and then inhale, bringing everything back. Exhale, drop that lower back into the band. It's a lovely tactile cue to feel where that band is. So try not let the whole movement be your upper spine. Let the lower spine go and reach your hands forwards and then come up nice and tall. 4 more. Press your lower back into the band and come up lovely and tall. Exhale. Draw that belly button in a little deeper to round the spine and come up. 2 more. And come up. Are you feeling your abdominals working here? They should be. Draw the belly button in a little deeper as you round the spine. And come up. Last one. Good. And then come up lovely and tall. Slowly let that band go. And let's move it over the balls of our feet. Try to keep that band nice and wide over your feet. And then I want you to hold quite close to your feet, or as close as you can get. Right. This next exercise you can do with your legs slightly bent. So again, bend them. If it's stretching too much, having them straight, please just bend them slightly. Right. From this position, I want you to drop your head down towards your knees. So my spine is just dropping forward and stretching. Arms are bent, I'm holding onto the band. Now gently start pulling against the band. Okay, pulling with your arms, and as you do that, can you give me some back extension here? So I lift my head and shoulders, and I stretch the spine up and long, and then relax down. Everything returns back to the start. Keep your head, drop down to your knees. Gently start pulling on the band, and as you do that, use that tension in the band to lift the spine into extension, and then drop everything back again to the start. Two more like that. Think about your spine stretching like this band is stretching. Okay, lengthening up, feel the back muscles working hard, and then drop back down again. Last one. Lifting the spine, stretching into extension, drop back down, and then gently bring your spine back up to sitting. You should feel sort of the mid-back area having worked quite hard there. Very good. Okay, holding onto your band. Okay, we're going to slowly start dropping ourselves backwards, almost into that roll up position. We're going to progressively get closer and closer to the mat as we do this. So I start with a lovely tall spine. Now, we worked for that C shape in our lower backs. Let's use it. I drop backwards, and then I think about my lower back area getting really heavy. Okay? Slowly tip yourself backwards a little more till you are still comfortable to return. And then we're going to exhale, 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 and roll the spine back up. Inhale. Exhale. Again, I'm dropping my lower back. Just where I'm comfortable. Challenge yourself. Let those abdominals hold you as you're dropping the lower back down. And then round the spine. Coming back up again. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the belly button in. Feel the abdominals working hard. Lowering you with gravity. Good. That's the hardest one for muscles to do. Did you know that? Lowering you down with gravity in a controlled way. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Let the lower back sink. Maybe you can go a little further because the abdominals are fired up. And roll yourself back up again. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. All the way down now, please, ladies. Drop your spine all the way and relax your head down onto the mat. I want you to let one foot go, bending it up next to you. The other leg can we lift up to the ceiling. The band should still be over your foot. Right, I want you to point into the band and then relax, flexing the foot down. Point into the band and relax. Two more. Point into the band. Knee is nice and straight as you can get it. And down, last one. Good, ready for our hip circle. So cross midline, and then a lovely big circle with the leg. The band really helps us here to keep the body still right throughout that movement. Slow it down slightly if you need to, because we want the body still. So your lower abdominals have to work really hard to keep the pelvis still. Let's stop at the top and change direction. Inhale for a big circle. Exhale for a big circle. Maybe you're thinking about pressing the lower back area a little deeper into the mat to keep you still. Last circle. Very nice. Okay, let's switch sides. Okay, other leg bends up next to you. The band is over the ball of my foot. And let's point into the band and stretch the foot. Into the band and stretch. Okay, if you want a deeper stretch, pull that foot closer to your nose. That's it. Right, ready for our hip circles. Cross your midline just slightly. Draw the belly button in a little deeper. And here we go. Inhale. And then exhale. Press your lower back into the mat. And exhale. Let's hold it at the top. Change direction. Inhale for 1. And exhale for 1. And inhale. And exhale. Great. Slowly release that foot, release the band, and then move that foot next to the other one. Slide your feet up close to your pelvis as much as you can. I'm going to drape the band over my pelvis and then hold onto the band with my arms straight next to my body. Right, tuck your chin in just slightly. You don't want the chin poking up to the ceiling. I want you to hide your rib cage from me. Don't let it be poking out. Let your rib cage get heavy into the back of the mat. We're going to go into some pelvic curls in this position. So because the band is draped across your pelvis, you're going to have to push against the band. Okay, working a little deeper this morning. Inhale to prepare. All right, exhale, drop your lower back into the mat to start. Tipping your pelvis up to the ceiling and then start pressing up against the band. Keep the pelvis tilted. Okay, the lower back is rounded, it's not arched. I'm working my abdominals here. Deep breath in and then let the spine sink back down into the mat. Roll your pelvis back to neutral. Small space in the lower back area. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your lower back. Tilt your pelvis and keep the pelvis tilted up towards the ceiling as you reach up nice and high. Deep breath in and exhale. As we relax everything back down onto the mat. Roll the pelvis to neutral. Deep breath in. Exhale. I like to think of the abdominals doing all of the work here. It's keeping the pelvis tilted. Okay, it's helping to lift that pelvis up nice and high. Please watch your knees. We don't want the knees to flop outwards. Keep them pointing straight up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. Roll your pelvis to neutral. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. We're working the arms a little bit here too. Keeping the arms down on the mat against the band. Deep breath in. And exhale to come down. Good. Rolling that pelvis back to neutral again. Fantastic. Okay. Right, from here, I want us to reach our hands up towards the ceiling. We're going to have a little bit of slack between our hands and then gently stretch the band open into a nice wide T position. Okay, so your arms are going to work to keep this band stretched open, and we're going to bring both legs up to a tabletop position. Hold that position. Sink your lower back a little bit heavier into the mat, drawing the belly button in. We're going to take the right leg and we're going to drop it down, just touching the toe onto the mat. Inhale to prepare. We're going to do 8 leg switches. Let's go. And 6 and 5. Switch your legs. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Bring both legs back up to tabletop again. Slowly start twisting the body from side to side. The legs drop over one side and exhale to bring them back to center. Again, we are lowering the legs with gravity. So this is hard work on the abdominals to lower with control and not let them just flop down onto the mat. Rotating the spine. Okay, the twisting is happening at your waist. And good, 2 more. Dropping the legs. And come back. Last one. Over we go. And come back. Yes. Dropping the legs back down. Right from here, I want you to take the band and put it underneath your shoulders. Okay, so I'm holding onto the band. It's a fairly taut band. Okay, arms are stretched out. You can slide your feet away from you just a little bit here. Okay, so the feet are not right up close to the pelvis. So this is what I'd like us to do, is work on some rotation here for our abdominals. So I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it over the body, and then I'm going to reach my other hand and then sink everything back down again towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale to rotate all the way, touch your other hand, and then return back to that starting position. So use the abdominals to lift the body up, touching the other hand, and come back down. Work against the tension of the band. Okay, working hard here. Into that rotation. 2 more. Stretching between the shoulder blades as we do that. It feels really good. Last one. Rotating, joining the other hand, and rotating back. Okay, let's go to the other side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as we move. Reaching 2 hands together and rolling back. Again. And rolling back. 4 more. And reach. Reach a little further each time. Join those hands together. Try not to let the legs move. Keep the legs as still as possible as you rotate. And come back. Last one. And gently come back. Well done. Release the band. Please stretch your hands up and overhead, still holding on to that band. I'm bringing both legs back to a tabletop position, dropping my lower back down into the mat. So important for this one to keep that lower back into the mat. Don't let it lift up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as I lift my head and shoulders and band over my shins. And then let's give it a little tug downwards. And then reach the arms back overhead again. Inhale. Exhale as I lift my head and shoulders. Band goes over my shins. Tug it down for a second. And inhale, coming back. Exhale, lifting head and shoulders. And inhale, coming back. Please do a quick check on your ribs. As you're reaching your arms overhead, try not to let the ribs flare open. Can you keep the ribs connected to your abdominals? So it's ab work, ab work, ab work, even with my arms overhead. Tug on the band and inhale, reaching backwards. 2 more. And reaching backwards. Last one. And reaching backwards. Well done. Drop your feet down into the mat. Good. Take a breather. Okay, bringing the band back over again. Can you put both feet into the band and my legs are up in a tabletop position? Head and shoulders are relaxed for a second onto the mat. The band is over the ball of my feet, so it's securely in place, holding onto the band. Right, we're going to go into our double leg stretch, which we haven't done for a little while. So let's do a quick reminder. So my head and shoulders lift. I'm in a tight ball to start. Sorry, guys. Right, in a tight ball to start. So I inhale, reaching the arms backwards and the legs go straight. Okay, so you're going to have to see how much tension your band needs. Into that V, and then everything comes back to center again. Right into that little ball. Inhale, reaching backwards, and legs go straight. Exhale into the ball. Let's do 4 more. Inhale, reach. Both arms and legs shoot in opposite directions, but my lower back is firmly into the mat. To do this, 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Drop the head and shoulders. Release the band. And take a little breather. Lots of ab work this morning. I want you to rock and roll yourself back up into a seated position. Right. And then from here, we're going to go into kneeling on our bands. Sorry, my head's coming out. Okay, so place the band on the mat. Okay. And then pop your knees onto that band. Nice and secure here. And then lift your body up so that it's in a line. Shoulders, pelvis, all in a line here. Okay, I'm holding onto the band on either side of me. So what I want you to think about here is keeping your knees, your hips, and your shoulders in a line, but you're going to pivot backwards, keeping that line, but reaching the arms forward, and then come back to the start. What you're going to feel is a lovely stretch through the front of the thighs as we do this. Keep your belly button drawn in. Keep your glutes engaged, okay? They are working hard as I drop my body backwards as far as that allows me to go, and then come back with the arms. Let's do 4 more like that. And come back, working the front of the thighs. And come back. 2 more. And come back. Last one. And come back. Ooh, that's a good stretch. Right, we need to do some more of those, I think, in future sessions. Please let the band go, and let's hold on to the band behind us. So again, my spine is lovely and straight and tall. My belly button is drawn in and engaged. Right, what we're going to do is lift the arms into extension, as much extension as you can get this morning. Try not to let the shoulders hike up to the ears as you do this, because that's what we're going to want to do to try to get the arms higher. So just tell yourself to relax your shoulders. We're working the back of the arms here. Right, so my arms are stretching. Now, I'm going to open and close the arms, okay? Inhale to prepare. Exhale to open wide. And inhale back to center with control. And inhale back to center. 4 more. And back. 3 more. And back. 2 more. And back. Last one. And back. Very nice. Drop the hands down. Okay, fantastic. Can you please take your band and tie it around the ankles? Not with too much tension. Not too tight, so open your ankles just a little bit and then tie the band around. Maybe making a big bow is probably the easiest. Okay. So once you've got it tied around your ankles, I want you to slowly lower yourself into a side lying position and then stretch your legs out. So my whole body is in a lovely straight line. And I'm supporting myself with my top hand in front of me on the mat. Okay, draw your belly button in this position. We don't want to lose the abdominals that we've worked so hard for this whole session. Keep them engaged here. What I'd like us to do is to lift the legs first. Up, okay, both feet up into the air, and then stretch the band. One leg goes forward, one leg goes back. Hold in that position. So you're feeling the muscles just above your hip working hard to lift the legs. And now we're going to work the hips and the glutes a little bit as we switch our legs. So imagine we're snow skiing here. Reach the band. One leg forward, one leg back. Other side, reaching. Let's go. And switch. switch. And switch. Slow, controlled movements. Feel the glutes working. And switch. 3 more. And switch. 2 more. And switch. Last one. And switch. And drop it down. Right. Keeping the band over the ankles. We're going to lift and lower the top leg, working our glutes a little deeper here. What I'd like us to do though is to move the hand onto your hip, because I want you to feel that the hip does not move. So I lift my leg, working my glutes, but my whole pelvis is still as I do that. Here we go. And down. Keep the belly button drawn in. And down. 4 more. And down. Working hard against that band. 3 more. And down. And 2 more. And down. Last one. And down. Well done. Bend both knees, please, and slide your band around the knee or just above the knee. Okay, feet are glued together for this one. Working against the band now. Again, you can move your hand onto your hip so that you feel that your hip does not move. And then I want you to lift the top knee up towards the ceiling and drop it back down. Let's do 8 of those. Here we go. And inhale down. And inhale down. Keep those belly buttons drawn in. Good. And down. Working the glutes. 4 more. And down. Reach the knee up towards the ceiling, keeping the pelvis still. 2 more. And down. Last one. And down. Well done. Ouch. We're going to feel that tomorrow. You slide the band back down over your ankles and let's switch sides. Okay, so into a lovely long line from my fingertips to my toes. Front hand is supporting me on the mat. Right, belly button is drawn in and engaged. Keep those abs working hard. Right, can you lift both feet up first, nice and high, and then separate the legs. One goes forward, one goes back. And then let's slowly start switching them. Keeping those feet up in the air as much as you can. Slowly switch. Draw the belly button in nice and deeply as you do that. Slowly switch, reaching the legs. Again, reaching the legs. Pressing against the band. Good. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And last one. Good. Drop those feet back down onto the mat. Well done. Okay, working our glutes without moving the pelvis. So please move your hand onto your hip bone. Hold it there. And let's lift and lower that top leg. And down. And down. Push against that band. Okay, if you're shaking, that's good. So am I. We're working hard. And down. Good. And down. 4 more. And down. 3 more. And down. Good. Last one. Woo, and relax it down. Good. Please move your band now over the top of the knees. Bend both legs up. Okay, feet are glued together for this one. Okay, let's separate the knees. So the top knee reaches up to the ceiling. I'm not letting my pelvis move. And drop the knees back together. Let's go. And down. And down. Good. And down. 4 more. And down. 3 more. Reach that knee up towards the ceiling a little higher. 2 more. And down. Last one. and down. Well done. Woo! Right, we can move now the band back down over our ankles. And then I want us to slowly turn over onto the tummy. Okay, my hands are folded one on top of the other in front of me. And I'm just resting my head on my hands. Let's start becoming aware of what our abdominals are doing as we're lying prone. Okay, chances are you probably have quite a hollow lower back area. And that's what we want to avoid. We don't want to fold into our lower backs as we're working extension here. So can you lift your belly button? Lift those deep abdominals. Squeeze your glutes just a little bit. And you feel the position of your pelvis changing. And then in turn, the lower back area lengthens out. So it's not so hollow. Okay, so keep those abdominals lifted. Keep the glutes fired up. Okay, so we're going to take the right leg and we're going to tap outside of the mat. And then we're going to bring them back together again. Okay, band is still over the ankles, so we've got to work against the tension of the band. Keep those abdominals engaged. Glutes are fired up. Let's go. Tap and back. Exhale as you move. And inhale back. 6 more. And back. Slight little lift and tap. And bring it back. Good. And back. 2 more. And back. Working those glutes. Last one. And relax the head down. Good. Don't lose the abdominals here. Draw them in. Other side. Let's go. 8. And bring back. And inhale back. 6 more. And bring it back. Keep those abdominals lifted. And bring it back. 3 more to go. And bring it back. 2 more. And bring it back. Last one. And bring it back. Very nice. Keep the abdominals lifted. Slowly raise your upper body onto your elbows. Interlace your fingers. Right. Now I want you to think about your shoulder blades. Can you draw the shoulder blades down your ribs a little bit and a little bit closer together? So you're opening up the front of the chest area. You have a lovely tall lifted spine. Belly button is lifting hard here. We don't want to fold into our lower back area. Right, I'm going to take my right leg and bend it against the band. 2 bends and a kick away. Other side. 2 bends and kick. 2 bends and kick. Can you keep your upper body really still as you're doing this? 2 bends and kick. 2 bends and kick. This is our last exercise. Let's go. And kick. 2 bends and kick. 2 bends and kick. Last one. And kick. Well done. Slowly lift yourself. And let's stretch out. Dropping your pelvis down towards your feet. And reaching the arms forward into the rest position. And breathe it out here. Think about the lower back area, just releasing in this position. Lengthening out. Slide both hands over the mat on one side. Then stretch through the side of the body. Slowly to the other side. All right, we're going to finish off with a roll down and then we're done. So slowly bring yourself Up into standing. You can release the band. Woo, my legs are shaking. Nice. All right, so standing nice and tall. Well done. We've worked hard. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Take a deep breath in. And then gently roll down through the spine. Carrying the body forwards. Deep breath in. Exhale to roll up. Into standing. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Deep breath in at the bottom. And exhale to come back into standing again. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, ladies. We're going to be stiff tomorrow, but we'll be glad we worked hard.